You know, the best weight you'll ever lose is worrying about what other people think about you. Stay tuned. Got some great information coming up on this edition of The Practical Divorce Lawyer. Hey everybody, in case you're new here, where the hell have you been? I'm over 300 episodes in already. Come on. In case you're new, I'm Jonathan Noble, divorce and family law attorney, licensed in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And today we're going to talk about something that most people don't think about when they get divorced. Now, alimony's been in a hot topic lately with Florida doing away with permanent alimony. But there's an area of alimony that gets litigated all the time, and you probably don't even know it. And it has to do with cohabitation. In most property settlement agreements and under most jurisdictions, the laws of most jurisdictions, if you're receiving alimony and you cohabitate with someone else, alimony goes away, almost always. Here's the issue. What does cohabitation mean? This has been litigated so many times in many divorce cases. A lot of times, the person receiving alimony will let their new boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever stay over like 3 nights a week. So they're not technically cohabitating together. They're just seeing each other from time to time. And the person who's paying the alimony, sometimes they'll hire a private investigator and they'll say, look, that person's car was in the driveway of my ex-wife, who I'm paying alimony to, and it's in there all night long, 4 times a week. That's got to be cohabitation. Well, you're going to have a mountain to climb to convince a court that that's cohabitation. There's got to be other elements that you're going to have to prove in order to end paying alimony. All right? Many of these alimony cases are litigated on what's the definition of cohabitation. Now, if the other person doesn't have another place to stay, they're together every night, they commingle their finances, now you have a good argument. But just staying over a few nights a week is not going to do it, most likely. Sad to say. How could you avoid this? Well, there's a couple ways you could avoid it. One, have a prenup properly drafted and executed if you're in a prenup-friendly jurisdiction. And be specific, no alimony. Then you won't have to worry about that. 2, don't get married. Then alimony laws don't attach. You don't have to worry about it. So, little word to the wise. If you are married or are getting married, try to protect yourself on the back end. I've seen cases where husband and wife divorce, husband's a high earner, wife is not a high earner, doesn't have high earning capacity. He ends up being ordered to pay a ton of alimony, and she never gets married. She just lives with the guy a few nights a week for like 10 or 15 years, so she never loses the alimony. Don't let that be you, all right? I'm not a big firm believer of alimony. I think there's other ways that you can compensate the other person. There are limited exceptions. Speak to your own lawyer in your jurisdiction. They'll help you through. But an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure in these alimony cases. If you could figure out a way or enter into a prenup where alimony is off the table, that's a good line of defense most often. Share this with somebody walking around blind who watches all the movies on the Hallmark Channel, who thinks that Love Actually is like the greatest movie in the world. It's fiction, baby. When a marriage ends, things get nasty, unfortunately. Not 100% of the time, but much of the time. Protect yourself, protect your future, okay? Be careful out there.